Michaela Chester here for NCAA Digital, and we're going to break down this week's college football playoff rankings, with the final week in the regular season and conference championships looming. Just one more week for teams to make their case for the college football playoff. No big changes to the top 4 teams in the country this week. In fact, no changes to the top 5. Bama at 10-0, no question, at number 1, and Notre Dame also 10-0 at number 2. Clemson remains at number 3 as the first one-loss team, and Ohio State is still at number 4 for the committee despite only playing 5 games this season. They now will have the opportunity to play for the Big Ten championship against Northwestern. Texas A&M, with a strong resume and just one loss to the top team in the country, stays at number 5. We will go more in depth on these conference championships coming up and top 4 implications in a second. But first, let's talk about the biggest surprise of last week, and as a result, a change to the 6th team in this ranking. Florida drops only 1 spot to number 7 after a painful loss to LSU this past weekend. This move gave way for Iowa State to move into number 6. Florida now with 2 losses, but still just moves down 1 spot in the rankings this week. As far as the rest of the domino effect from Florida's loss, Cincinnati drops again 1 spot to number 9 after remaining idle this week. Oklahoma is at 10 with Indiana trailing right behind, and undefeated Coastal Carolina moves up 1 spot to 12. Let's talk some conference championships this week and all the chaos that could possibly ensue. The SEC championship in Atlanta will see Bama take on Florida. Bama could still make the playoff even with a loss. But in the case that Florida were to win, now that is a great discussion. Would winning against Bama in the SEC title game be enough with 2 losses? No 2-loss team has ever been selected to the college football playoff. But at the same time, an SEC champion has never not been in the CFP either. The ACC championship will see Notre Dame versus Clemson, Part 2. Notre Dame could also be in no matter the outcome, having already won the head-to-head matchup in November. But it will be interesting to see how the committee would view Clemson if it loses again to Notre Dame. Ohio State will get its chance in the Big Ten title game against Northwestern, which could have big implications on the top 4. As for number 5, Texas A&M, keep in mind that only 1 team has ever reached the CFP without playing for a conference championship. Elsewhere, Iowa State takes on Oklahoma in the Big 12 championship, and then a Pac-12 showdown between Oregon and USC. We've got a lot of chaos coming up, guys. This Saturday should be fun. It's the final countdown. See you this Sunday, December 20th, for the final CFP decision.